This Thursday night football props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hey everybody, Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this, let it ride.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Did someone call the fire department? Because we are on fire.
Oh yes, first touchdown. Let's go.
You're too caught up in the loss to forget about the win.
I mean,
little bit.
That the first three quarters of that Bears game was great. I'm like, okay, I was right. JJ McCarthy's a rookie quarterback on the road. He's going to struggle, and he did for the first three quarters of the game through the pick six. I had also mentioned Bears defensive touchdown on one of my first touchdown bets. Thought they were going to be live to get in the end zone.
Brian Flores literally just saved the blitzes for the second half,
and then the Vikings defense.
I don't want to confuse him early.
And shout out to JJ McCarthy. He did struggle, but after that pick six, he came around and he played a very good game the rest of the way out. So very annoying. I locked up the Bears. Very annoying that the way it went down. But we did hit our underdog entry, which was a nice 3xer. We hit Caleb Williams anytime touchdown. Kramer at Dalton Kincaid last night. What was that? 20-1
first touchdown. Yeah,
first touchdown.
Hitting back to back first touchdowns.
They have been a nice bailout. And shout out to the Vikings fans. I talked a lot of smack, and you guys went in and got the win. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it.
I'll say this. Very early.
Yes.
Ben Johnson didn't look like or sound like an NFL head coach on the sideline,
and not a lot of good adjustments in the second half. And Caleb Williams, he started out 10 for 10 and then he lost all the accuracy.
What did I say to you when you walked into the office after the first, half of the first quarter? It seemed like every play had a very designed, hey man, if you get to 3 in your head, just throw it to Swift. And as soon as that part of the game was out of, or that route was out of the game because they started defending it, same guy.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I heard Ben Johnson come out of the second half and give that halftime, his voice just, I don't want to be mean, but it was like, it just sounded like Kevin O'Connell would actually have shoved Ben Johnson in the locker in high school, I think.
Yeah, just even the way they close things out. Caleb Williams, I'm missing. I think it was a Dunze. It was like wide open, and that could have been a touchdown to score with like 2:20 left. They just left so many plays on the board there. It's the Chicago Bears, and it started with the missed field goal. Started with a very makeable field goal. I mean, they were up 11. They had the ball in the Vikings 24. You get a holding, you get an intentional grounding, missed field goal. It's just shitty teams are so predictable.
Well, and like you mentioned, the best way to judge a team or a coach is in-game adjustments, and Vikings might have the two best in-game adjusters. Unfortunately, the Bears obviously don't have any in-game adjusters.
Well, and I guess if you're making excuses for the Bears, their secondary was banged up. Right, the guy who had the pick six, they ended up losing him in the game as well.
Where did the pass rush go? Where did all of the good stuff in the first half?
Yeah, they seemed to legitimately have JJ McCarthy confused. They were playing great defense. They were getting stops left and right, and then it just all slowly unraveled.
And I had my reverse correlation sweat. Aaron Jones gets over the 2.5 or gets over the 17.5 yards with while being under the receptions, and then
Caleb Williams rushing stuff we nailed. That was a nice bink there with the anytime touchdown, first touchdown. So that bailed out.
And bad beat on Odunze for me, because probably should have gotten those yards.
Yeah. Well, did they call the what about that the last, not Hail Mary, but
he averaged 6.2 yards per catch. That's impressive for a wide receiver like Odunze.
Yeah, no, they just I don't.
Nine targets, 37 yards. That's Malik Neighbors last year type of line.
What do you do if you're the Bears? I mean, come on, that was just a horrible loss for the Bears. But we're here to turn the page, Ryan. Looking ahead to Thursday night, got a bunch of guests talking Thursday night props. We'll obviously give out what we like. Listen to some guests representing different teams.
We're gonna give them. I thought we had discussed since this cash in on the heater first touchdown run we're on. We're gonna start our dub club.
Gonna move them over to the dub club. We'll see. Stay tuned for the announcement of where you can find the first touchdown bets, a la our dub club. All right, Kramer. Let's. We got a special guest from Rhythm. That's right. He's on the Rhythm team, and he's going to join us. Let us know what Rhythm likes. He's from Rhythm. Brian Beachkowski joining us on the line. Brian, appreciate you hopping on. What's your team? I don't know off the top of my head. Who is your NFL team?
Yeah, I'm from Wisconsin, and go Pack Go. So that's I'm excited for this week.
Nice win to your Packers. They destroyed the Lions. It was it was pretty much an ass kicking. They got that garbage touchdown late, but other than that, and also obviously perfect guy to have on for week one.
Sean connecting all the dots
week
here.
2, Thursday Night Football. Who do you like? Who does Rhythm like? Let's talk about some props here.
Yeah, awesome to be on and to share what the models are saying. So for those who don't know, Rhythm is a place where you can get access to advanced modeling to get game lines and prop picks on every open line. Looking at the opening lines right now for where we see Thursday Night Football. First one I like, Josh Jacobs over 17.5 rushing attempts. It's a short week. Think they're going to simplify the game plan. Model says that's where it's going to go, and I think the game narrative. We'll get into a little bit more on some of the other ones I like, but I like home Packers establishing the run early, getting up, and grinding it out.
Kramer, your team just played the Commanders. Obviously, they're playing them Thursday night. What did you?
Small sample size, hard to tell.
Well,
sample size, hard to tell.
What did the Giants do wrong? Besides, or I guess it'd be easier. What did the Giants do right, if anything? Against
so Dan Quinn's defense is all around like gambling and attacking, and the Giants' offensive line played in a way where they just let them do it. So basically, that's what shut down the run game. I would expect the Packers won't have that issue. The misdirection they run, the counters, it will probably actually work pretty well. So I could see the yards also being good for Jacobs here. I think that's if you were being critical on the play calling, the Giants giving up on the run game was probably because there were big plays to be had in the run game.
So Jacobs over 17.5 rush attempts. You like that because the game flow, game script, pounding the rock there against the Commanders. What else does Rhythm like here?
So another one that we like is Jordan Love on under half an interception. So again, sticking with that same simplify the game plan on a short week. I know he's had some issues in the past, but I think here against the team where they can probably set that up a little bit earlier, playing at home. Think there's an edge here on the under on interceptions for Love.
As Dick Puncher kindly pointed out to me yesterday on the show, 8 regular season games in a row for Love, no interceptions.
Oh, he's on a heater, Ryan.
Now we had to caveat it with the regular season, but good job.
It is regular season.
I'm ready. I'll save it for later in the show. But Sean, I'm very close to announce. I think we can maybe put the Packers into very good to elite regular season team.
Well, I guess we'll see once I assuming they get to the playoffs. It looked great week 1. The addition of Micah Parsons. What about that, Micah Parsons? Do you have any stuff related to him? What's some more stuff that you like that Rhythm likes? I always like hearing what the machine likes, and then the guy twisting the dials as well. So what else you got there?
Yeah, so the one that probably brings Parsons in the most is Jaden Daniels under 1.5 touchdown passes. I think this one's a little juicy, maybe 160 minus 160 if I remember where that is. But I don't think I don't think he did much last week against the Giants, and I don't think going up against Parsons and the Green Bay defense, he's going to suddenly find his stride. So data supports that, gameplay kind of supports that one too, and that's one we think there's value there.
Yeah, I mean, it won't get talked about too much. Dexter Lawrence was on a pitch count. Abdul Carter didn't play enough snaps. They still
why didn't Abdul Carter play?
No idea. Yeah, that's a great question.
Sean. I was here and he was dominating.
He was. I don't know. Again, some questionable things happened. Mainly, the Abdul Carter thing's crazy. But what won't be? I mean, the Giants, even though they played horribly on offense, and even though they didn't have their best players out there for enough snaps, Jaden Daniels didn't look great in the passing game outside of him rolling to the right and kind of manipulating the zones and finding someone over the middle, which I think that still will be a problem for the Packers at times. Mike, like they're going to get him off his spot. He's going to do stuff, but yeah, no, he wasn't great inside the red zone. They had some longer plays. And so, I mean, even the play that did kind of go viral where Abdul Carter looks like he's playing basketball defense on him. Great play. Prevented him from rushing. Jaden Daniels made a horrible decision. Took 3 points off the board at the end of the half with a intentional grounding.
Yeah, no, he did look rough in the red zone, and Jaden Daniels is interesting because I think I'm going to be on some of his. I got some rushing stuff queued up here. What does Rhythm say to his rushing yards, rushing attempts? That seems like something that if I was a Packers fan, I might be a little worried about. In the prop market, I do think he gets loose here. What do you like any of the Jaden Daniels running stuff?
Yeah, I think you're right, and that is where I actually think there's a potential there that on those inside the red zone rolls out, scrambles, maybe a Jaden Daniels anytime touchdown is a better play than the over 1.5 touchdown passes because that he is a threat to make things happen that way. So I totally agree with that. Let me see if I can pull up some of those some of the rushing yards on that. But that matches where we see things going to.
Yeah, I mean Russell Wilson 8 for 44. Was he the leading rusher for the Giants, Ryan?
Probably.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson almost got in the end zone. So I could just imagine if there's.
Russ should have gotten in the end zone. I mean, and honestly, if the failure of the Commanders were for whatever reason,
and wait, that would be the other way around. That would be Jordan Love, but keep going.
But the failure of the Commanders was not for whatever reason. He didn't freestyle the same way around the red zone, or the Giants just played good defense on him. But yeah, I mean, almost certainly the anytime or first touchdown will be on my card.
So Brian, from Rhythm here, you like the Josh Jacobs over 17.5 rush attempts, Jordan Love under 0.5 interceptions, Jaden Daniels under 1.5 TDs at plus 160. Can we get a final score from you? Anything else you want to toss out here, Brian?
Yeah, let me pull up that.
Oh yeah, the rush yards.
I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a fight and a slog in there, and I'm excited. We got it right here. Right now, my model says 28-22 Packers.
28-22.
Which, by the way, I forgot to tell you this, Sean, but I ran into a fan out at the Westgate when we were watching games. And he told me how the college day didn't go so well on Saturday, so on Sunday he just started smashing squares. Was just betting squares. He had hit 3 squares that day already. So 28-22 would probably pay pretty nice.
Oh yeah, great.
Sorry, that's where I was going.
You can always go if you're really chasing odd even points. If you want some sort of sweat. Do you guys have a model for odd even points, Brian?
So we don't, and just to be clear on that, that is not the actual prediction. We do a combined total, so it has the total. The total there is obviously 50.2. It makes it a 6-point game, so it puts it there. Obviously, hitting a 22 number is going to be difficult.
Sick.
But that's where it puts it at 50.2 total and a 6-point game.
All right. Love it. Well, Brian, appreciate you hopping on. Very fun. Of course, everyone knows, get your 7-day free trial over at Rhythm sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
5 field goals and a touchdown.
But right
that makes
there,
sense.
right there.
They kicked 7 field goals against the Giants last year.
Brian, appreciate you coming on. I'll be, as an Eagles fan, I'm definitely going to be rooting for the Packers come Thursday night. So go Pack, go.
That's
Go Pack, go. Appreciate you hopping on, Brian and Kramer. We got
Thanks for having me. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
cheers,
good times,
man.
We got a lot more action coming up, some more picks, some more guests. Of course, shout out to mybookie.ag. Is that promo code SGPN? Get in over there. Their motto: bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using that sweet cryptocurrency. Look at that, Kramer. I mean, we got Jalen Hurts on the graphic. Our buddy Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers throwing for 4 touchdowns. That still blew my mind. Go over to mybookie.ag.
Great call on Aaron Rodgers being on the graphic.
Promo code SGPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Joining us on the line from the college football and basketball experience. You know him, you love him. A Washington Redskins fan, diehard through and through. Ryan, Moneyline, Mac. Mac, how do you feel after your week 1 win over the Giants, 21-6? Were you chirping at Kramer? How do you feel about the undefeated football team right now?
No, I was kind. I left him alone. I left Steph alone. I left Terrell alone. But it was nice. I mean, we've won 3 in a row against the Giants. Jaden Daniels finally ended the Giants curse where we couldn't beat the Giants forever. It seemed like, but 1-0 feels good.
I don't like this at all.
you don't like bringing back in.
I didn't even factor the idea of the Commanders being week 2 Thursday night football as if I might have to talk to
some more recap from week 1. Yeah, well, it's
excellent.
It's fun to have guests who know the team and get their take on what they like prop wise, what they like score wise. As an impartial observer, it seemed like the defense was kind of good. To me, it was more about Russell Wilson being cooked. This is obviously going to be much more of a test going on the road Thursday night. What matchups do you like in favor of the Redskins? What are you worried about? How do you see the game going here, Mac?
Well, I mean, Thursdays I usually always side with the under. I mean, it's an ugly game usually. Short prep. I mean, the Packers looked really good on Sunday. I mean, they came out, hit the Lions right in the mouth. So I would anticipate. I think a lot of people will think that it's going to be a high scoring game just because you got Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love. But on a Thursday night game, it tends to go to the under. So I think the game will be played in the low 20s. I'm looking at Terry McLaurin to get involved. I mean, 2 catches, 20 yards. Jaden missed him on a bomb that could have been a 70, 80-yard touchdown. So I think they try and get Scary Terry involved early and often.
Yeah, that was kind of one of my notes for the game. Jaden Daniels made a lot of the comparison between him and Jordan Love, where it's like he makes and this is where Abdul Carter showed up, and why don't you play him more snaps? Every time Abdul Carter got him off platform with a throw, it was a bad throw. And I believe the Terry McLaurin one was a Abdul Carter pressure that if that doesn't happen, it's almost certainly a touchdown. So I do wonder, the more that I think about it, Sean, maybe this is I know the rhythm model doesn't like the interception, but I almost feel like this could be a double in it. Like take the interception parlay.
Now, Mac, are you worried about our buddy Micah Parsons? He left the Cowboys, but now he's going up against your team. Give people a little background. Has he been successful historically against the Commanders? Are you guys worried about that? Where are you at with blocking up Micah?
Well, yeah, he had a lot of success when we sucked ass, but then we got Jaden Daniels and that solved that problem. So a lot of guys had a lot of success against us before Jaden. So I'll throw those stats out the window. But I mean, I would assume that Parsons will probably still be on a little bit of a pitch count. I mean, it is only 72 hours after the opener.
Yeah, quick turnaround.
Yeah. So, I mean, with that said, I do like the rushing props for Jaden just because I know they're going to heat him up and try and get him out of the pocket. So I'm seeing Jaden Daniels right now, 43.5. I'll go over on his 43.5 rushing yards.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. You have to, he's going to, like when I watch the Had he run more last week? I mean, I know he ran for what 11 carries last week. He did have a ton of carries against the Giants in general last year, but if you get him off his spot, he didn't. I don't want to say he didn't look confident, but he certainly was running first.
Yeah, I think he
had 11 carries.
I think the rush yards is a smash, especially in a primetime game. We saw it tonight there, even with a couple. Well, obviously JJ McCarthy, essentially a rookie. Caleb Williams, second year, still a bit of a young quarterback. And I think when you're on a big stage, you're trying to make a play. I think he's going to be running a ton. I mean, I don't know what I like more.
They won the one game pretty handily. Had 11 carries.
Yeah, attempts I think is set at 9.5. I
got the numbers in front of me.
What would you rather?
8 or so you can get carries 8.5 with minus 135.
Okay.
You can also get his rushing yards is actually shop it around because it's anywhere from 41 to 44.5 right now. So.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I mean, I think I'll just go rushing yards because him being able to break one against that secondary. If they drop back, they're worried about McLaurin, and I think we'll see how much they end up using that. But the design run stuff to Debo that can create some, like the old read option with Debo, I think could create some interesting stuff for them. And I would definitely be using that. Anytime you're playing against a team with a good edge rusher, and obviously Micah is a great edge rusher for them now. That's always a great way to kind of slow them down and get them to crash at inopportune times. So you like the Jaden Daniels over rush yards? Any other props you like here, Mac?
Yeah, well, so I went back and dug the one short week that they had last year was in Philly. That was an Eckler game. Eckler had, I think, like 80, 85 yards receiving because Philly's got a good pass rush. Green Bay's got a good pass rush. So I see Eckler sitting at 19.5 receiving yards. I'm going to hit the over on that. A lot of screens, try and neutralize that pass rush. So I like the old savvy vet. I like Eckler. He's pretty consistent.
And again, the way that, I mean, Jaden kind of started the game like this, but whenever there was trouble, it was a quick out. Kind of the Caleb, like what I was commenting on Caleb earlier, but I still think, and when you look at the way this Packers team plays defense, I still think it's going to be Ertz and Eckler in the passing game. I would actually look I know you said you like Scary Terry, but I don't know. I like the downfield stuff seemed random at best.
Yeah, for me, I'm going back and forth between Eckler over 2.5 receptions. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs had 10 catches against the Packers defense. I think I like your angle. I'm just debating either the 3 catches or the 19 yards. Kramer, do you have a thought as far as like Eckler, whether it's going to be the receiving yards or the passes? Sorry, receiving yards or catches.
I would play the catches.
Yeah. I think both are good, but the over 2.5 catches. Now the juice you have to lay a little bit, but I think that's what I'm going with. So you got a couple. You got the Jaden rushing yards. You got the receiving yards for Eckler. Any fades of the Packers? I'm guessing you're going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What are you fading on the Packers?
Well, what was that stat that you said? How many games Jordan Love hasn't thrown a pick?
Right.
Wrong. Minus 120 hammer. He's throwing a pick. We're gonna heat his ass up. Let's go. That's easy.
That's one area where I'll be interested to see what happens when the secondary of the Commanders actually gets tested, because they weren't very good last year. Giants did nothing to try because I watched the Giants game again on the All 22. Yeah. Russ was terrified like a little fucking schoolgirl. As soon as pressure got through, he was looking down at the defensive lineman.
I mean, the people
I'm trying to be nice this episode. He was god awful.
Yeah, but it's not that he was bad. It's that he was playing like a rookie. As soon as a little bit of pressure, he created more pressure by not looking at his receivers anymore. There's a number. I mean, I don't really want to talk about it, but it's deja vu the way that they're just wide open dudes, and the guy's not fucking throwing it to him. I don't want to say put him down yet, but as soon as Andrew Thomas,
I mean, I saw.
There was a typo in my notes. I think I misread. Dart plays one game with. It was actually Russ plays one game. My bad.
People were calling for Jackson Dart in the second half. He might not be out there week 18 while resting the starters.
Jameis would have been bad. Jameis would not have been that bad. Honestly, get him out there.
Yeah. Why are they not playing Jameis?
Play someone.
Okay. Play someone.
Well, I made the mistake of watching the game again.
Oh wow. Jordan Love interception, Eckler over 19.5 receiving yards, Jaden Daniels over 43.5 rush yards. We'll call it, but shop around. Anything else, Mac, before we get you a final score here?
Yeah. So back to my Terry angle. I think maybe not the whole game they're going to force the ball to, but sometimes you see this with the number one guys where they don't get as much as they want. They just paid him a shitload of money. I like anytime touchdown for Terry plus 140. And
okay.
Like I said, I think they're going to force the ball to him early. 10-1 first time touchdown.
Oh, all right. He wasn't on my card, but all right.
Okay. Yeah. So you like the scary Terry first touchdown and the anytime.
Yep.
All right. What can we get a final score for you? Moneyline Mac, of course, check out the college experience, football and basketball. You know where to find TCE, wherever you get your podcasts, over on YouTube. What do you got for a final score, Mac?
I think it's going to be, like I said, I think it's going to be a classic, a little bit ugly because it's Thursday night. Instant classic. Everybody's crowning the Packers already, coming off the big Lions win. Skins stun the world. 24-23. Hail to the Redskins.
Ooh, 24-23. So another close game predicted. I mean, we've had some great primetime games here. Appreciate you hopping on, Mac. Best of luck in the gambling streets, not with your Commanders. You guys don't need, I'm rooting against you guys. But other than that, best of luck.
Can we ask for a bonus pick?
Yeah, bonus.
Who is the backyard brawl this week, Mac?
I think it's on the calendar.
Okay,
Yeah.
who are you taking? Who are you taking this year?
You know, I'm undecided, but go check out the merch store. Eat shit, and we're gonna kick your ass on Saturday. Let's go here.
Let's go. All right, thank you, Mac. Appreciate you hopping on.
Appreciate it.
Taking a quick break. Shout out to Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you know you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5. If you use our promo code SGPN. Look at all those states, Ryan, where Novig is active. If you're thinking, oh man, I can't get in the action. Hey,
Alaska.
Our buddy Justin out in Hawaii.
Perfect.
Normally they can't get any sort of action.
No disrespect to Novig, but their version of the map is a little off. I think Hawaii's
in the Gulf of America.
They got Alaska and Hawaii in all the wrong places.
Download Novig, spend $5 and get $50 on the app. All right, Kramer. Since we've heard Packers with Rhythm, Brian from Rhythm, we heard Commanders, Redskins from Mac, and now we got one more bonus guest, the puncher himself. Go Pack, go!
Who's he representing?
Of course, Dick Puncher. Again, my goal is to never actually learn your real name, Dick Puncher. I just know you as Dick Puncher, and Ryan. If we're just Mr. Puncher also works. It keeps it mysterious. Dick, let's get into it. How are you? I was off on the Lions Packers game. I thought the Lions would give them a game. Great start to the Parsons Packers era. Got the one sack. Looked pretty good. Jordan Love getting the offense going. Any concerns? How are you feeling?
Oh, no concerns. No concerns. Let me tell you. Oh my God, dude. Go Pack, go, go Pack, go. Like, oh my God. What a game that was. What a game. I mean, Micah Parsons, first game out there, gets a sack, pressures, forcing an interception. I mean, we were unbelievable on defense in that game. Like you mentioned before, if it wasn't for that garbage time touchdown, I mean, they weren't doing anything. I mean, they got one of the few times that they got anywhere close to scoring on us, they threw a pick. Right, Jared Goff sucks island.
Yes,
you're welcome. We're increasing your
property
land price
values
out
are
there.
up.
Great equity. Sacking in Jared Goff sucks island. Yeah, they. Well, and of course the stat, and again, that was my concern with any sort of optimism coming into the Lions is We haven't seen. Well, we have seen Jared Goff outside of Ben Johnson and Sean McVay as his play callers, and it has not been pretty. Now, maybe it was a small sample size, maybe they bounce back, but again, great start. It's a long season, but great start to the NFC North here. Puncher, what about some props? You always got some good angles. You are the inventor of the Mike Evans anytime touchdown, just auto play.
He was blaming the lack of a pregame show as to why it didn't hit.
That was
we all know the hit rate on that play goes down tremendously
when there
it's
isn't
not
a pregame
out
show.
on the pregame show.
100%.
So don't come at me, everyone. Week one. Now, that being said, though, Mike Evans did get more targets than Egbuka. I know Egbuka got the 2 touchdowns. I think Egbuka is great. But Mike Evans, I mean, when it's plus money, which has been plus money, it is still an autoplay. Everyone rest assured that's an autoplay.
Yeah.
So going into this game, just real quick, I will say Mac took like a number of what I was looking at. Like I was also looking at Austin Eckler, like for the, because I figured I'd mix it up, right? Give some for the Commanders, some for the Packers. And I was looking at Austin Eckler. I don't know where he saw 19.5. I'll have to ask him. Because I was looking at it at 21.5 receiving yards, and I still like it there. Like you guys pointed out already, like on Sunday, the Lions just kept bailing out to the running backs like over and over, double-digit times. I definitely think Eckler is gonna get. I also in a minute will have you mentioned the over 2.5 receptions. I also like that. But
let's go
in a parlay though.
Oh, here we go.
So all right, so I do like the Austin Eckler. I think that will play out. Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns. This is another classic Dick Puncher play. Love this. Pun intended. Tucker Kraft, a guy that I know is well respected on this podcast. He had 4 targets week 1. I'm taking him 40 or more receiving yards at plus 111. And then if you want a little mini step ladder, 50 plus at plus 185. Tucker Kraft. Yeah.
Tucker Kraft. Yeah. He
has the surest hands on our team in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like if you want somebody who's just throw it at him and he'll catch it, Tucker Kraft.
Looking at the Packers, and again, that's why I was high on him coming into the season, fan of his work. But then you look at to Dick Puncher's point. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people caught a pass for the Green Bay Packers, which is kind of crazy.
That's true.
Only Tucker Kraft was out there for 92% of the snaps.
Yes.
After that, Romeo Doubs 71%. Matthew Golden third at 48%.
I will say for the first touchdown market, I'm leaving the light on for Luke Musgrave because they I didn't see the play, but they do designed runs for Luke Musgrave, and he's a guy that's still getting some. I mean, not as much as Tucker Kraft, but it's a pretty big difference in price. What do you think about a possible Luke Musgrave first touchdown, Dick Puncher?
I mean, obviously it's a little more a long shot, but I agree it's absolutely in play. They're running a lot of 12 personnel. That's with the 1 running back, 2 tight end setup, and they're doing that quite a lot. So, and Luke Musgrave, I mean, he was in the preseason. They were throwing to him quite a bit. So they still have that connection. I think a lot of people, because Luke got injured last year, Kraft ascended. A lot of people have forgotten about Musgrave. Absolutely, he will have. He will be in there. He'll have a chance. So yes, I do think Luke is not someone to be forgotten. By the way, Jaden Reed, let me just say, all this talk about like, Jones fracture in his foot. Oh, get out of here with it. Let me just say, if that shit's broken, don't fix it. Okay. Because he was unbelievable. I know he only got a couple catches, but I mean, those were phenomenal plays. I mean, those were big time moments. I keep doing whatever he's doing. I love that he's out there. I have no concerns whatsoever with Jaden Reed. And then obviously you mentioned Golden real quick. He only got a couple opportunities, but he made good on them, and he looks solid so far.
Yeah, Golden does seem like he's off to a good start there. All right, so you like the Eckler receiving stuff. You like Jordan Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Any other props you like and or a parlay? I saw you alluding to a Packers parlay, but what else you got here?
Yeah, so real quick, I'll say Josh Jacobs over 76.5 rushing yards. He was a little slow to start last week. LaFleur is, I mean, he really wants the run game to get going. Everything he wants to do operates through the run. And like with that being established first and foremost, I absolutely think that he's going to have a much bigger role this week in the run game. So yeah, Josh Jacobs over 76.5 rush yards.
Well, also that lines up with what Rhythm said. Like Rhythm likes the over on the attempts, but
I think in general,
that'd be pretty correlated.
It makes sense to think that. I mean, I tend to think that theory works a little bit better later in the season, just having a run heavy game plan. But it also, yeah, I mean, they might not need to. I'm split on this because on one hand, I could see the Commanders' defense stopping, like having some success stopping the run, but not having success against this receiving core. But I also understand the game. Like I understand as a strategy why you'd want to come in and try to pound the rock.
Sorry, just every once in a while I look over and he's got that gigantic Packers fist, his cheese knife, and he's ready to go to war.
Daggers.
Daggers.
Sorry. And
this is not the first time you've misappropriated thing's gender.
I've noticed, what is the dagger? Is it a different kind of cheese? Because the fist, the cheese hat, and the banner are all a certain yellow. Is it a cheddar dagger?
Got that one from China.
Now, I will say, yeah. I mean, you got to have all kinds of. Let me just say, like, we got.
Oh, there you go.
Cheesehead here, but you got to have a couple. You got to have a few different. Flavors of cheese. You can't just be going. Your 4 cheese pizza. 3. Everybody loves that. You can't just stick with the single flavor. The Packers, they're not the one cheese kind of company. All cheese is good cheese. I'm pro multiple cheeses.
So it sounds like some of those are made in America and some maybe sourced from another place that doesn't have the right color swab.
Okay, so Puncher, do you have a parlay for us?
Yes. All right. So Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels anytime touchdown. I think he runs one in. I know that Brian I think was talking about the under on the passing touchdowns. I think he's going to run one in. Jacobs over 1.5 receptions and Eckler over 2.5 receptions.
Ooh.
12-1 plus 1,200.
So Daniels anytime touchdown, Jacobs over 1.5 receptions, and Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And then you have
Eckler over 2.5 receptions.
Okay. Nice little 12-1. Do you have a final score prediction, Mr. Puncher?
27-20. Give it
27-20. All right. So just under. Packers getting the cover.
Okay.
Kramer, are you swayed by Mr. Puncher here on any of your plays?
I would say that. I mean, we discussed. We discussed some players that I'm on. Yes.
All right. Well, let's get into our plays.
I do agree.
Appreciate you hopping on the line, Dick Puncher. Check him out over on X in the Discord and
we'll talk
YouTube.
to you on Sunday.
Yeah, pregame show is back for week 2. Let's get after it. Appreciate it, Puncher.
Go Pack, go! Bears still suck.
They really do. Nice. Goddamn those Chicago Bears. Kramer, of course. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Do you want to build our little Underdog entry right now?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, because I think from talking to you before the show, from listening to our esteemed colleague of guests. Of course, use the promo code SGPN. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds.
It's going to seem like we're copying. I don't like. We should do our props first next time because I don't like everyone's going to accuse us just of taking our guest props.
Well,
which I know is your strategy sometimes, which is maybe why you wanted to do the segments first. I'm understanding now.
Yeah, give me some good ideas to add to my kitty.
All right, who do you want to throw in there?
Well, the Eckler receiving stuff.
Yeah.
Now on Underdog,
I even tried to talk you off of it in the office so I could keep it to myself.
The
on
Eckler,
the show.
Well, there's a number of stuff that we've hit on already that I'm on board with. So on Underdog though, Eckler higher 2.5 receptions is a 0.84x. So it's essentially it's a little bit of a juice there.
It's like minus 120, 125, something like that.
Or
that's fine.
Or 19.5 receiving yards is not.
I'm not getting cute. I want the receptions.
So we got higher 2.5 receptions. So now we got to switch over to the Packers side, play something from there. I assume you like Jordan Love to have a really good game.
I mean, I when we get to our when we get later in the show, I'm going to talk about Matthew Golden and how he was out there half the time. Like Romeo had a couple nice catches. He ran a lot of routes. He was out there more than Golden, but Golden is the guy that will pop this defense when they make that mistake. The plays that I saw Malik Neighbors running or Darius Slayton running open, that's Matthew Golden in this offense, in my opinion. So I would go higher on his. What are his yards and what are his
receiving yards are 36.5.
Yeah,
I'm fine just taking that. The receptions are 3.5 with the 1x.
No, it's because do they have a longest reception?
Longest receptions 18.5.
Nope. Take the yards.
So
no.
I like this. Austin Eckler higher 2.5 receptions. Matthew Golden higher 36.5 receiving yards.
Yeah.
$100 entry returns you $252. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Okay, Kramer, let's talk about it. What are some props for Thursday night that you're going to be getting down on here? We'll do props, first touchdown, and a parlay. What's your first prop?
I'll just start Matthew Golden over, and what I have is 35.5 receiving yards, but the principle being that I think there's going to be receivers running open against this Commanders team. I think the play action is going to work. I mentioned it earlier. I think the reason the running game is going to work is the misdirection because of how Dan Quinn's defense plays. And if they hold up on the front end, the back end is going to be exposed almost certainly. My opinion on this Packers team very rapidly changed in this game. That this team won't be bad. Like a lot of the shit people say about LaFleur being a really like elite play caller, very true.
Yeah,
and I think he's going to be able to take advantage of this defense. So, and I think we heard about it all preseason. I think Matthew Golden's going to be their big play guy, and so 35. You're not. This is one of those we're not going to get 35.5 the rest of the year kind of plays.
I like it. Yeah, going back to the earlier conversations, Jaden Daniels over 43.5 rush yards.
Yeah, I have this.
He's still like you can't not play. He's a big part of their running game.
Last year, the first 3 games of the season, he ran for a total of like 40 carries for 100. He 100%. And even in the game against the Giants, where they were ahead, he was still looking to get out. And so, yeah, I'm with you there. And for the record, I like the yards is better than the attempts.
Yeah, I'm not messing with his attempts. So what else you got? Kramer?
Well, the Eckler one. That's what we were talking. The
2.5 receptions. Yes.
The receptions feels like the Caleb Williams rushing yards from Monday Night Football.
Yeah, that was
one of the easier.
Should have laddered it, but got the anytime touchdown. I should have for my DJ parlay had the Bears anytime touchdown with the Bears defensive touchdown. God, I'm still so mad about the Bears. You made me look like an asshole, Bears. You were doing a great job making JJ McCarthy look bad, and then
what do you think actually happened in that game? Like, do you think someone got hurt?
I think they finally started attacking the secondary. Really, it seemed like he was able to get enough time because the Bears are doing a good job of pressuring him and forcing him to throw early. I think he slowed down. He started seeing the field better. So. It'll be interesting. I mean, what they got the Bengals coming up Sunday night, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be a good game. All right, so I've Jaden Daniels over 43.5 rushing yards. Austin Eckler over 2.5 receptions. This is man. Maybe I'm getting a little too cute here, Ryan, but give me Jordan Love. Rush attempts over 2.5. 3 feels so doable for this Packers team. I think he might have to run here a little bit. Like the stuff that I think you can do against the Commanders is running the ball with the quarterback, checking it down to the receiver, the tight end stuff maybe.
The only thing
just seeing Russell Wilson run 8 times for 44 yards. I feel like I got to get on Jordan Love over.
Now some of those were bad QB sneak, or not bad, but QB sneaks.
Yeah,
and a lot of that was around the offensive line completely failing.
All right,
but I would say also the other risk area is that the Packers are able to dominate, run the damn ball, shorten the game, and he doesn't actually need to do that, but you get kneel downs.
Yeah, that's why 3 feels so low. I'll just switch.
You're right. I think that's right.
I'll go Zach Ertz over 3.5 receptions.
Pivot.
Yeah, he went over that 10 games last year. He's obviously a big part of the offense. They have good chemistry. Him getting to 4 receptions, very doable. It's no yak Zach, so I'm scared to take his yards.
No,
Sam
can't take
Laporta.
his yards.
Sam Laporta had a massive game against them. So yeah, give me Zach Ertz over 3.5 receptions. Eckler over 2.5 receptions. Jaden Daniels over 43.5 rushing yards. Kramer.
I mean, I'm like I said, it's going to seem like I copied because my 3 are the Golden over, the Daniels over rushing yards, and the Eckler over 2.5 receptions.
Bink it. All right, what are we doing for the first touchdown for Thursday Night Football?
So I like a good system.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll even go out of my way to not play a player I might have liked because the system is just too damn strong. Quarterbacks and obscure tight ends, I'll say, because I John Fitzpatrick for the Packers. So I like your Musgrave angle.
Yeah.
It was originally going to be on there. I was like, there's a good chance Sean's going to talk about him, so I'll pull him off. And then I actually had Kraft in there because he's out there 92% of the time.
Price is pretty short,
but it's 12-1. And so I go, I'm going to put this to the side, and I'll go do the Commander's side and come back. And so when I go to the Commander's side, I'm like, oh my God, I just watched the entire Giants game. John Bates was out there dominating dudes, blocking at tight end. He's out there enough as a run blocking tight end, and kind of like we're talking about. I think both teams are going to incorporate some heavier personnel to go against. I think it's a good strategy to attack both the Packers and the Commanders defense. So John Bates 100-1 then made me think, oh my goodness, there's got to be the third string tight end on the Packers has to be really obscure because of how many they had. Eight people caught a pass. You said, Sean, is that accurate? If 8 people are catching passes, the price on the all the way down the board guy has to be long. So I scroll down. I go, oh, he is also 100-1. So we're going 100-1 tight ends and quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels shouldn't be 12-1. What are we doing, Sean?
Yeah.
When are they going to learn? And we talked about it all throughout the show. He's going to run a lot in this game because of the pass rush of the Packers. So 12-1 there, and then Jordan Love 27-1 for some reason. I know it's not the likeliest, but what have we seen so far from the prime time quarterback spots? They all seem to be moving around a little bit, making plays, showing out. So yeah, Jordan Love 27-1.
Okay, so I was considering Jordan Love, didn't end up pulling the trigger there. Luke Musgrave, like I alluded to earlier in the show, 35-1.
And sorry, I didn't finish what I was going to say about John Fitzpatrick. 8 people had a reception. He was one of them.
Yeah.
100-1.
So I'm Luke Musgrave 35-1. He did have a catch.
So what if I could tell you I get you 48-1?
All right.
I don't want you, the blue book.
Okay. 48-1. Luke Musgrave. Get him.
I'm looking at it. I figured I could tell you the better price.
I appreciate that. Luke Musgrave, 48-1 updated price. Thanks to Kramer's digging. And what I like about this is not only he's out there a decent amount. He's getting routes, and they also use him as a in the design run game. Like he had a carry for 3 yards.
I like that this season. Every team seems to have a package to run their tight end.
And CJ even pointed out that there was a chance Brock Bowers could be getting some.
Every team,
touchdown.
There's a story about one of the tight ends like taking snaps. Or being some sort of wildcat type quarterback.
This one is just a simple math thing, right? As I pointed out earlier in the show, the Packers had 8 people catch a pass. One of them is rookie Savion Williams. He is 60-1 to have the first touchdown. You familiar at all with Savion Williams? He was not
familiar with his game.
He also wears one of those big helmet condoms, so he's easy to spot when rooting for first touchdowns.
It is very weird to see that, like because it just looks like it's a bobblehead thing where it's like how is it's got to be heavier, right?
I mean, as someone who played ball, Ryan, and maybe we should.
I played rugby. We didn't wear
maybe
helmets.
we should distinguish on our show
didn't wear
between
helmets.
who played and who didn't. I know. There was
we
some
both didn't.
Peter Schrager. Oh, I played. I didn't play at a professional level, but I still strapped on the chin strap. Went in the trenches. Backup linebacker scored a number.
Can we get a picture? I don't think we've ever shown a picture of you in football garb on the show.
I definitely have one as a peewee. I started playing at age 9.
Perfect.
But
it's probably the right age.
No, it's a great age for football. Okay, so where was I going with it? We have Savion Williams because why not? Packers will throw it to anyone, and Luke Musgrave 48-1. On the other side, I'm with you, Kramer. Jaden Daniels 12-1, and then John Bates. I came to this on my own research as well. He's out snapping Ben Sinnott by like a wide margin. Well, Bates is out there for 53% of the snaps.
Again, I watched every snap of that game again.
Yeah,
he is their run blocker, and he is. He looks like a tackle out there in the run blocking game. So he's going to be out there against the pressure packages of the Packers.
And Dick Puncher confirming beat writers are high on Williams, and that's all they need. Like, and it to me, I'm with you. I like
Colby would say it's a TCU receiver. Be careful.
Well, maybe not long term, but so that's what we're doing. Musgrave, Savion Williams, Jaden Daniels, John Bates. Don't let us get hot, Kramer. If we cash the John Bates,
well,
it's gonna be electric.
My DMs are very glorious right now. A lot of people bowing, saying they're not worthy. If three in a row,
you drop this king. Sorry,
well,
Ryan,
there's
I forgot to give you
a lot of crowns.
Drop this king,
but. And also, I mean, again, going back to starting the season Thursday night, Jalen Hurts scores the first touchdown for the Eagles, but not the game. Then the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes scores the first touchdown.
If I would still be at the Circa because I would have gotten a founder's suite and just be partying my ass off. If Hurts had scored the first touchdown, then Mahomes scored the first touchdown. My God,
I have a losing ticket. I didn't shred it.
Bring up the payout because I don't remember what it was, but it was. I
want to say it was like 15,000 for 100, something like that.
Yeah, no, it was definitely pretty.
Sound about right?
Maybe even higher because the Hurts obviously wasn't that crazy for first touchdown, but Mahomes was still like 20
something to 1. Yeah.
So the payout must have been massive. Kramer, what do you like for a parlay for Thursday Night Football?
So you go first because
parlay.
I'm going to slightly adjust.
I'm going to keep chasing these unknown tight ends and Josh Oliver. So if you want to say I'm directionally right, Josh Oliver, they did run him on a 2-point play. That's the play I would have liked them to run to score a touchdown. So I wasn't completely off on that. And Cole Kmet was wide open over the middle, and Caleb Williams just that fucking. I mean, he really. You try to be a mature gentleman, Ryan, and then Caleb Williams takes a lot of your hard-earned money and just stomps on it in a zesty way, and you want to say something personal about him or insult him.
What do you want to say?
I'm not gonna say.
What do you want to say?
I'm very mad at Caleb Williams.
Why?
And Ben Johnson for taking my money. How do you lose that game?
That loss wasn't on Caleb Williams.
Oh my God.
More on Ben Johnson for sure.
Probably, but he deserves a lot of blame. He missed a lot of open dudes.
It's in general too, the way that he drops back. It seems like because he's always holding the ball. It's like, how is someone not open? But then you realize it's because he's holding the ball that no one's open. They've already missed the window that he's supposed to throw the ball. Unfortunately,
very frustrating.
Anyway.
Someone making fun of the chat saying, "God hate me. Why am I not colorblind? God forcing me to see the green Philly shirt."
Jesus.
Sounds like a Cowboys fan.
He seems a little bummed out.
Sorry, sir. Go Birds, Kramer. For my parlay, John Bates,
yes,
and Luke Musgrave. All they each have to do is get in the end zone. We see this all the time, and yes, am I mad? If I had a time machine, first thing I go back and do Ben Skoranek first touchdown, Ryan. If I'm reviewing the game tape, some would say, Sean, you went 0-3 on your locks. Would you like to fix those? No, give me Ben Skoranek first touchdown.
How did we fuck that up?
God, and he was right there. He's like a squirrely white dude. Of course, Aaron Rodgers. They probably talk about life off the
what are you
grid
saying?
and I don't know all the conspiracy stuff you're into. You might be able to get. We got to talk to.
We can probably get Aaron Rodgers on the show.
Might be able to. We actually
maybe I'll send him some images. I'll connect the dot. I'll send him some good intel on the new scans from Egypt.
If you, I could tell you. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. What is it? The 5 degrees of separation? I think we're
6.
only like 2 degrees of separation from Aaron Rodgers.
Well, we know, because we know a couple NFL guys, so
that's a good one too.
That makes us 2 degrees away from basically any player we want to. I mean,
we'll
right?
see. We'll see if he does the pod. I mean, we don't have the budget that McAfee show has to throw at him.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
I don't think. I think he would be a little worried to come on the show.
You think so?
Too much truth.
No, he's a truth seeker. He would enjoy our show.
But
he would enjoy that we tell it like it is.
He likes to control the narrative, though.
So if you know Aaron Rodgers, hit him up. Tell him we'll have him on the show. John Bates, Luke Musgrave, 100-1. Just 2 guys getting in the end zone, right? What are you doing for your parlay?
All right, so
and that's people ask for advice. I always like to, with the long shot stuff, always keep it simple. I didn't play it, but we were discussing about Caleb Williams 2 touchdowns. That would have paid an insane amount, and he almost got it.
Oh my God!
It's one of those things where I saw him running in. I'm like, God damn it! Why wasn't I on 2 touchdowns? And then it's called back, and I go, oh, thank God I wasn't on 2 touchdowns because I would have been even angrier at the Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears.
Okay. What were we talking about? Were you done then?
Yes, I was done.
Okay.
I was continue to rant about the Chicago Bears.
All right. I mean, I will say you kind of could see it coming. It was a real slow iceberg.
Oh my God.
Real slow iceberg.
It was you got like a paper cut and you slowly bled to death watching that game because they couldn't get a stop.
I can't get past that halftime interview with Ben Johnson.
I'm glad I didn't see that because I'm sure it would.
Sean, we'll have to go watch it. We might have to get completely out on the Bears after that game.
Oh God.
All right. So we were talking about Austin Eckler earlier. I think it's very reasonable he could have a sick amount of catches.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go Austin Eckler.
He's definitely ladder worthy.
6 catches.
Okay.
We're gonna go Jaden Daniels to go under his passing total again, low A dot, and again it's gonna seem like I was just copying what Rhythm said, but Jaden Daniels anytime touchdown. Sean, it's plus 190. Now, I didn't make it one of the props to give out because I didn't really want to be that positive, but as a little same gamer, so Eckler 6 catches, Jaden Daniels anytime touchdown, Jaden Daniels under his passing yards. That's 73-1.
Oh man!
So all I really did was throw in the Eckler alt with 2 normal, a plus 190, plus 200 anytime, an under passing yards, and an alt on Eckler to get 6 catches.
Kramer, going back to things that steamed me about this game, the ending where they had 2:02 on the clock, and the whole thing was, well, we don't want them to use 2 seconds of the clock because then the 2-minute drill is wasted on the change of possession. Hey, well, first off, how can you have a kicker that cannot, where they currently set it up, kick it out of the back of the end zone? Bears kicker couldn't get that done. The other thing is, and I saw someone suggest this, I was saying, hey, if you can't kick it out of bounds, kick it, if you can't kick it back out of the end zone, kick it out of bounds. It's only a 5-yard difference now with the new touchback rules, but I think they can force you to re-kick it if you kick it out of bounds.
Yeah.
I saw someone else suggest this. What about the onside kick? Because if you do a good onside kick, I don't think you might run I don't know. It's very close, but you also have the option of possibly recovering the onside kick. I think that probably would have been the best thing to do there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to think about that. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, well, ideally you kick it out of the back of the end zone, but how do you have a kicker that and you miss the field goal kick? This is one thing wake up Christmas morning, so excited, NFL is here, let's go. And then you just remember how infuriating it is to quote unquote kind of have a good handle on the game, have some money on it, and then just have these little yappers with their YouTube. They grew up watching YouTube, and that's how they learned how to kick. And oh my God, losing money on kickers is just such an insane thing.
I guess I don't the re-kick thing I guess is the part I wouldn't think about, but
yeah,
if you kick it short of the landing zone, what happens? That's
well, but then if you kick it short of the landing zone, they can pick it up and return it and run off 2 seconds, right?
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to just let it sit. Well, if you kick it short of the landing zone,
I guess what I'm saying,
that's an illegal procedure.
Well, no, the reason I asked that is because this is the time where you just have to have your kicker kick it as hard as they can away from where the return man is.
Yeah, but that's what they did, and he sucked.
Well, that you needed a new kicker.
Yes.
So I guess maybe they tried to do the right thing.
I think he tried to kick it out of the back of the end zone, but how do you not know whether your kicker can kick it out of the back of the end zone is my thing.
I would expect that an NFL kicker should be able to kick it out of the end zone.
Yeah.
It seems standard.
Yeah. And so it was so annoying. But to your point, I don't know if you kick it short of the landing zone, I think they might be able to force you a re-kick because it's an illegal procedure.
And if you did like an illegal, like kick it into your own player, that would be a re-kickable maybe.
Kick it into your own player?
Yeah, like immediately down, like illegal recovery of the football. I guess, right? Wouldn't that work?
No. Kicking the ball
like,
into your own kicker?
No, your kicker.
Yes.
Kicks it at instead of kicking it like he ends up kicking it short of the zone, but someone immediately falls on it.
Yeah. I think they would pick it in that situation. They were telling them to pick it up and return it.
But the guy from your team, like it's beyond 10 yards. It's not an onside kick. You're kicking it at your players and the other players. Instruct one of your players, like kick it at a player. Tell them to just pick it like with a knee down. I wonder if like that would piss off the NFL. They'd probably change the rule, but I wonder if there's a rule.
I guess I don't know what the new kickoff rule, what the clock is and the illegal procedure.
Yeah, the only way to do it is kick it out of the end zone.
Either way, Ben Johnson, fuck you.
But yeah, again, I'm officially a little worried about Ben Johnson being sharp.
Not a great start.
What if Dan Campbell was the brains to Ben Johnson?
Well, he didn't show it against the Packers week 1. Kramer, we got college football coming up tomorrow, then right back at it with the NFL week 2 picks, NFL week 2 props. We have our VSiN show Friday. We got the pregame show, the postgame show on Sunday.
Yes.
We are back. We are back on the football schedule. Appreciate everyone smashing the subscribe button. Hit us up. Questions, comments, whiners. I think I got a guy to delete his comment. After he was busting my balls. Hey, if you bust my balls, that's fine, but don't expect I'm not going to bust your balls back. Get in on Spotify, toss us 5 stars. Always appreciate that. Smash the subscribe button, and also 25% off everything. Still in the merch store. Promo code football.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean. Second the money green. He's Ryan.
I guess go Pack go.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.